up, G-Show land, and welcome to another episode of the G-Show podcast. I am G1, and this is the Godzilla Block Party. Now, you may be saying to yourself, G1, 2 Godzilla Block Parties in 1 week? What does it mean? Silly G fans. Of course, 2 Godzilla Block Parties in 1 week. We talked about the Pluto channel, and they giving us Godzilla. We talked about Pluto TV and their Godzilla channel last time on the 4th of July. It was amazing. Still amazing. Got it on right now, matter of fact. And today, because next Tuesday is going to be big news, hopefully, today we are going to speculate on what the news could be coming out of TOHO regarding their new Godzilla movie, July 11th. Coming out July 11th. Not the movie, the news. We're going to speculate what could it be. We're going to give us some wish lists on what we would like to see in the movie. And yeah, of course, we're going to talk Godzilla. But who's we? Me, G1. Joining me also is Gam Z1. What's going on?
Hello, everybody. Great to be back talking about Godzilla still. Well, I'm currently watching Godzilla 2000 on my Blu-ray, but I'll be switching back to the channel as soon as that's over. Long story. Y'all don't need to hear about it.
Gam has company and they need to watch that movie. I ain't mad at it. Anybody has company and they need to get a Godzilla movie off on their company, please, you have our blessings. Also joining us, JR's been a long time since we've done something together, over a month. What the hell?
Sorry, I'm a vegetarian.
Wow.
How's it going?
Talk about being the dull one at the barbecue. Yeah, no, I can't eat that. You got any fried zucchini?
You guys are watching Godzilla. I'm watching Star Trek: The Next Generation on Pluto.
Oh,
because shit, it was on when I turned my TV on.
It's just...
I mean, that's the beautiful thing about it.
Exactly. It goes without saying. Pluto TV right now has got me in a tizzy. I was watching an anime that's about 300 episodes long. I'm only on episode 180. And then this happened. And now I have not watched the anime. So it's bugging. But that aside, let's talk about the topic at hand. And that is, what do you think Toho is going to tell us on July 11th in regards to their upcoming Godzilla movie? Gams, I'm going to start with you. Do you have any idea what it could be?
Well, I'm thinking, I've personally seen this on the old tweeters before it decided to self-destruct even further. That, this Japanese channel has been counting down every Godzilla movie from Shin Godzilla, and I think right now they're on Godzilla Invasion of Astro Monster? I think they're on that.
Yeah, it makes sense. That lines up.
So they're leading down, and there is a spot for 54. And I'm thinking this is timeline-wise, because what we've heard that this takes place in the 1940s, right?
Yes.
So I'm thinking that it's going to probably be either after the bombing of Hiroshima or after the bombing of Nagasaki. One of the two. And then we're going to go from there with Godzilla.
Okay. So that is that what you think Toho is going to tell us? Like they're going to give us a little nugget of news, a little information?
So when it comes to what they're going to tell us, they're going to give us a trailer. I swear to God, this has to be a trailer. We are literally only a few months away, and all we have is a teaser poster. This better be a trailer.
Wow.
That they're leading up to.
Oh, okay. You went straight up like, no, we're getting a trailer. Don't you remember how history has played out with Shin Godzilla, whereas we waited and said, trailer's coming today, trailer's coming this week, trailer's coming this month, and we waited, and then that trailer came out in like September? Do you recall how close to release that.
Yeah,
that trailer
but it came out in September, right? And Shin Godzilla was slated for July of that next year. So that was still like multiple months before, and we're in July now, and this is supposed to come out in November.
So it wasn't. I thought it was in December that movie came out in Japan, but that I didn't know. So I'm gonna just adjust my months because I could have sworn that trailer came out 2 months before the movie, but I could be wrong. I gotta go back, look at the previous block parties, see where it lines up. But I do recall that we were waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting to the point where we were joking that they're going to show the trailer to the movie when you go see the movie. That was classic. I used to love that about the classic Toho VHSs that I got. They would show you the trailer before the movie. I used to love that. And if it wasn't the trailer, they would have the musical score. And I thought that was classic too. So you're going straight up trailer. JR, what about you? What do you think Toho was going to say come July 11th in regards to this Godzilla movie?
I think they're going to talk about it. The director will come out, say a few words like what he's doing. I don't know about trailer. It would make sense to show it now since November's not far away. And this is, I can't even remember, what is this at Comic-Con? Because I got completely lost with the cons. I just know that they were talking about it soon.
That's a very good point. That's a very important point. So I asked Brother Chase, who, as I always say, is my right hand when it comes to Godzilla on the G Show, because he is. He gets all the information for me that Chase, what's going on? He's my guy. He said he heard nothing about Toho being at Comic-Con, yet there are people on the tubes and the webs saying otherwise. Now, I'm going to take Brother Chase's word for it because I know he puts the work in. You know what I'm saying? I know he does that, and this ain't a clickbait show, right?
Yeah.
I could make it a clickbait show, but it's not. It's just us having a good time talking Godzilla. But that's interesting because Comic-Con is that week. If I'm not mistaken, it starts the 10th.
I mean, something that would be really cool, I wouldn't hold my breath, like Toho shows up. It would be, what, the first time Toho's been to Comic-Con?
No, they've been to Comic-Con before.
Have they? Okay. Because
they went to Comic-Con to promote the 2014 movie. They brought like the old Godzilla 2000 suit, the original the original 2000 suit. They brought the original oxygen destroyer prop and things like that.
That was
the marketing. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that was actually the best Comic-Con appearance for Godzilla because you had the Godzilla experience, where you got like a really good first look at Godzilla.
That's right. Yeah.
And I love that. I loved when he walked across. He just walks by the building, and I'm like, oh. I mean, you see him, and it's got the shades in the way and stuff. But I'm like, oh my god, that's Godzilla. And then the eyes, the face kind of comes up into the. And I was like, that is fucking it. I remember the internet. I remember the fandom going nuts. There was a lot of detractors, but way more people in favor of that's Godzilla. So
the war didn't start until we saw his feet.
That's so.
Don't bring up the feet. I can't do the feet argument right now.
Oh my! Yo, quick!
I can't do it.
That's it. I'm making a Godzilla wiki feet page.
We have to. We literally have to make a separate show where we just discuss how everyone's wrong about his feet and they should have just left it. Anyways, it would make sense though if, like, marketing standpoint, like Toho's first live-action Godzilla movie, since Shin Godzilla, which, you know, it's been a minute. They did the anime shit on Netflix, and, you know, Singular Point, great. I don't know what the hell that other waste of time 3-movie trilogy was. Can't remember it. Was it Godzilla and the Great Waste of My Life?
It's not on. It's not on Pluto
We can
TV.
get into it when we start reviewing the movies again, all right? I feel like I'm going to be the only one actually defending the anime trilogy, and I will happily die on this hill.
You're gonna be defending it, and we're all gonna take a nap. Because those movies put me to fucking sleep.
That's why we don't show our faces in here. And that's why there's just the thumbnail. Everybody's sleeping.
But no, seriously, marketing standpoint would be fucking smart. Because you could hype it up. You know, it's like, hey, we're the original. We ain't the legendary Monsterverse stuff, and we're doing whatever the hell they're doing with this movie. Like, I pop in and out of the group chat. Most of, like, any talk about this movie, like from Chase or anything or speculation, I just stay away from. I'm gonna go in as blind as possible. I'm gonna watch the trailer. That's it. I'm gonna literally do what I did with Shin Godzilla, except Shin Godzilla got a little spoiled for me when they were talking about the fucking lasers out his back and tail. Like, I remember that being in the comment section on Facebook, and I was like, that's stupid. That's not real. And then I watched the movie. I was like, who came up with this shit? See?
Game fell asleep.
But yeah, no, I've been pretty in the dark about it, as you could see, because I'm like, I didn't know if they're going to Comic-Con or not. I've been pretty in the dark as far as expectations go. We'll get there and what I'd like to see, but yeah, I'm curious, to say the least.
So, what kind of has me excited about this and the prospect of this, because also, like I said, I asked Chase what's going on with Comic-Con, and he said he hadn't even heard anything about Legendary being there. But I think if Comic-Con wants to get back to pre-pandemic days, they got to start doing the movies in the Hall H's again, right? And if that is the case, then Legendary has a huge movie coming out this year in Dune 2. So why not make their presence felt at Comic-Con? We already seen a teaser for Godzilla X Kong, right? New World Order or New Empire, whatever it's called. I would love a joint, hey, this is Legendary. We're doing a Godzilla movie. We got Godzilla X Kong coming out, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. But you know what? If it wasn't for this, we couldn't do this. So let's hand it over to Toho real quick. We got, whatever, like the head of operations for Toho here in America to speak to you about what's coming next. Now, very important here. You look at that countdown, right? And if we're on Invasion of Astro Monster, you look at that countdown. This is what I think is coming on the 11th. Every single slot that's filled has been the poster. I do not think we're going to see that Godzilla poster that we got November 3rd. I think we're going to see the legit poster. They would have to drop that, because everything else is a poster. If it's the solid white with the Godzilla tail going into Godzilla making a G that kind of has a little zero slash in there, fine. I don't think we're going to get that. I think we're going to get a legit poster. If we get the trailer or a teaser, I will be all in. But I think what we will see is that final slot revealed for the poster, which means our first look, official look at Toho's new Godzilla. That's what I'm going for, right? I'm hoping for a trailer. I'm hoping for it. You have no idea. Hope beyond hope. I'm hoping for a trailer. But I think realistically, if we're looking at the countdown and these slots being filled with the posters of every single Godzilla movie, come July 11th, when that final slot gets filled, it will be the poster for this new movie. Also,
without a doubt, it's going to be the poster. But if it's just the poster, I think the fandom's going to be a little miffed that we had all this build-up for just a goddamn PNG, all right?
But they did the same thing with Shin. They released the teaser trailer. You got a glimpse of kind of what he looked like, and you were like, what the shit was that? You waited 6 months for the actual trailer, and then you were like, oh, really, what the fuck is that?
Yes, because that was Shin Godzilla. That was Hideaki Anno. Hideaki Anno is a very unique and distinctive director who has his own way of marketing his own shit. All right,
This is his own stuff.
Well,
As I-
he expects a specific kind of marketing from his stuff. If you look at the marketing of like Evangelion films and stuff like that, or even Shin Ultraman's marketing.
Yeah, good point.
It's just, we're really close to November. And, you know, for me personally, I would think if they were going to lead up to a trailer with this whole poster thing, they'd also provide a link to the Godzilla YouTube channel that they made and put all the fucking trailers for the Godzilla movies on. Like, that would have been cool to lead up to the trailer.
Yeah.
But to get to it, I mean, poster reveal, little disappointing, sure. But if it was going to be a trailer, I think they would have done just a little bit more. But who am I to say? Who knows what those crazy men are doing with their crazy ideas of making a prequel?
No,
Crazy.
I totally agree. Look, the reason why I say definitively a poster is because of the countdown, right? But I do want a
Yeah.
trailer. I get it. I would be miffed too. But at the same time, if you're going to show me what it looks like, then I'm cool with that. I want to see a new Godzilla. I want to see what it looks like. I mean, fuck, for all we know, it could be Godzilla the Ride Godzilla, which I would not be mad at all. I love that design.
Would be okay.
No, and that would be a perfect Godzilla to use. You have the model, Toho. Just,
Yeah, so like, you don't even, I think that's why this movie was, when it was announced, it was like, yeah, and it'll drop next year. Oh, wait, what? like, there's no production time, and you're telling me it had to be already done because they had the model. But that's just my theory, right?
Yeah.
I would love.
I mean, there's no way that if we don't get something big, then I don't even know if this thing is coming out on November 3rd or not.
No, I think you know why? Because Japan is such an honorable country. I don't think they're gonna say and then not deliver.
I'm curious
think so.
when the U.S. release will come out.
So wait. We're gonna get to that because when we
Okay.
talk about wish list, I got that shit on the wish list. But here's another thing. Not only the poster, and this is important, we don't talk about this enough. But the official title of this movie right now, tentatively, we're calling it Godzilla Zero because that's what's been floating. Right? I love the idea if it's called Godzilla Zero. I really, truly do. I love the title. It's you know, before 54, and again, it can start a brand new universe. Go offshoot the way the Millennial series did pretty much every single movie. Just offshoot and then create their own, again, monsterverse. So I love the idea of it being called Godzilla Zero. If you look at that logo, yeah, it's a G, definitely, but it kind of has a little slash there. It's not fully formed, but there's a slash, and you know, that could signify zero. I love it. But yeah, hopefully a trailer, most definitely a poster, and absolutely the title. It has to be.
Yeah.
It can't be Untitled Godzilla Movie. It just can't be. They already know what time it is. They know they have the title, and it's time. Also, I mean, the cast. I mean, we don't personally know, you know, the Japanese cinema like that, but they can release news on the cast because I'm pretty sure we would have seen something already had they released it in Japan. So that's another possibility, but those are the three. Those are the main three, right? Like, trailer, please. But I cannot see them not giving us a poster and definitely the title of the movie come next week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so, whew.
So again, it's a wild ride.
And it's in a couple of days. And it is in a couple of days. And that's...
And I keep forgetting the date.
Yeah, July
All
11th.
of my stuff's
July
my
11th.
stuff's so backwards. Dude, all day I was like, oh, it's Tuesday.
No, on Tuesday.
No, it is not.
On Tuesday...
Not even close.
Tuesday was the 4th of July where we dropped our podcast where, you know, thumbs up. Go Pluto TV. But, no, yeah, so, yeah, shit, Tuesday, July 11th. It's a very important date.
Well, and I'm also curious, too, because poster for sure, title for sure. What about the design? Like, are they saving that for the movie? Because, I mean, that's the big thing.
I don't know if they can do that whole design concealing thing for like 3 times in a row.
Yeah, because I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious what this Godzilla looks like, because it seems like, with the Godzilla ride, very Heisei, the Godzilla versus Gigan, or no, not Gigan, yeah, the Gigan X, whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Very Heisei. And then they're reusing the 2004 suit. And I'm like, it seems like they're doing a lot of 80s, 90s? Definitely 2004. I'm like, where are we going with the design? Are they gonna go absurd like Shin Godzilla, where he looks like mashed potatoes on a skeleton, or he looks like he was in the smoker for 3 hours too long?
Somebody forgot to set their alarms. Check the meat, damn it, check the meat. You know what's funny? Do you know what's funny? Because I'll never forget this. When Shin Godzilla was coming out, one of my speculations as to why he looked the way he looked was because it was a direct sequel to Godzilla 84. And they were going to get rid of the Heisei saga. And it was him coming out of the volcano, and he was all crispy and, he hung out too long. Thank God that wasn't the case.
Still been cool, man. Like, I still like that idea for some reason.
I do too, but then I'm watching Godzilla versus King Ghidorah the other day, and I'm like, I love this movie. Take that, you dinosaur.
Yeah.
No, don't erase this. But you know what, Gams? I know you don't like that movie too much, but you could have used that as the catalyst for Shin Godzilla, which would have made Shin Godzilla even better than it is already. They would have remade not 1 but 2 movies, remaking everything, reboot, remake, whatever you want to call it. But I digress.
That's not Hideaki Anno's way.
No, definitely not. Shin Godzilla was definitely a part of his Shinji universe.
Oh yeah, he definitely hasn't remade Evangelion 4 times. Nope, not at all.
Oh, yeah, he did.
I know he did. That's the point. He would so remake it if he could. He'd continue it. Remake cool.
Real quick, while we're on the subject of Hideaki Anno, Shin Ultraman also comes out on Blu-ray July 11th, which is crazy, right?
Does it really?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. It just came out on digital like a couple days ago, which I finally got around to watching it.
So
don't spoiler. I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna buy it and watch it as soon as possible, and up to you guys if we want to do a podcast.
I would love to do a podcast about Shin Ultraman.
I definitely want to because I enjoyed that movie.
I'm a huge outsider coming in. I've never been a huge Ultraman fan. I have season 1, and I got 2 Ultraman figures. One of Shin Ultraman and one of the original Ultraman, and I can't tell the difference between them. So,
yeah, he did a good job.
The only difference is one had color timer.
Yeah. So what I want
I'm gonna get that.
No, I definitely get it. It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie. What I want to talk about real quick though is, this just popped up this morning. I saw it. Apparently the subtitles are kind of wonky.
Yes, on the Blu-ray, who is being handled by what is that company's name?
Animation Crunchyroll.
No.
It's something I've never heard of.
New World Release.
I've never heard of either.
Canon Films. Universal Studios. Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling.
No, I'm gonna find it right now.
The team that dubs the Fast and the Furious for foreign audience, where they have to do all the explosions and car crashes and the family over and over again.
The family.
My goodness.
Yeah, no doubt.
Imagine how hard that job is for a Fast and the Furious movie. I'm just saying.
Okay.
You have to listen.
Explosions into Japanese explosions.
You have to listen to Vin Diesel's grunting and put in every family, family. Oh God.
I can't with that franchise. I can't. as I
know,
scroll through my phone to find. Okay,
I'm not gonna
it's
lie.
called Cleopatra Studios, apparently. Cleopatra.
Yeah, Cleopatra. Thank you,
But
Cleopatra
that's what we
Studios.
need. We need
Apparently
Cleopatra
they
doing
have-
the dub.
We have Cleopatra to thank for basically they're not even formatted correctly.
Right.
I've seen screenshots with it where it's supposed to be italicized, but you still see the brackets /I brackets.
Yes.
All right.
It's like AI
Like, it is
did the
bad.
subtitles. It's like AI did the subtitles. That's
Well, did they dub it?
They did not. No.
oh well. I'm not mad at that as a subtitle guy.
There is no dub.
As a
There is
subtitle
no
guy.
dub for Shin Ultraman, unfortunately.
What?
I
who
would've-
owns the rights to Shin Ultraman? What the fuck are they doing?
It's still under Subaraya Productions, and Subaraya Productions just handed it to Cleopatra to just put it on a subtitle and slap it on a Blu-ray.
Which boggles my mind because if you follow them on YouTube, right? If you're a subscriber, their channel they're dropping a new Ultraman. Like if it didn't already happen, it's coming out this month.
Yeah, no, it's coming out this Friday. This Friday, that new Ultraman show is coming out.
And it's simulcast with the dubs or subs. I think it's dubbed. I mean, I think it's subbed. No,
The dub's coming out
it's
later.
dubbed because I remember I saw the commercial. I saw the teaser trailer for it, and it was dubbed, and I was like, "This sounds horrible. Where's my subtitles?" Like it was just bland. It wasn't even that it was horrible. It was just bland. Like it was just like, "My name is Kenta whatever, and I have a secret," and I'm like, "What?" But it was bad. It was just bad. But if they can do that, why couldn't they just? The movie's been out for over a year. Why couldn't they just subtitle it themselves instead of like passing it off? Like, if you're gonna do that, at least let Funimation get the reins and let them do the damn thing. Or maybe they didn't want to do that because of
Very true. I
Sony.
wish they would have worked with Funimation.
Maybe they didn't
personally.
want to do that because of Sony. That's a possibility.
Yeah.
Now that Sony owns
Well,
Funimation.
No. Crunchyroll owns Funimation.
I could have sworn Sony bought Crunchyroll and thus has acquired Funimation.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, never mind. Yeah, because I know, like, Crunchyroll bought Funimation. There was that whole big...
Yeah,
annoying
and I
thing.
think Sony owns Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, they just want to stay far the fuck away from Sony because when you sign up with Sony, it's like, oh
He's
god,
got in your soul.
we gotta
devil.
have the same game mechanics in every game. We have to have the same 6 people dub all the animes.
Listen, that's so messed up. But, you know, as we stated in our previous Godzilla Block Party, Gam and myself, kudos to Sony for letting Pluto TV show the Millennial and Heisei movies.
Oh yeah.
That's...
Oh yeah, it's a one-stop shop for Godzilla, and I commend Sony for allowing that to be.
Okay, real
Fucking
quick.
troopers, man. Yeah.
Real quick. Has Godzilla vs. Destroyer shown up on Pluto TV's Godzilla channel yet?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet.
Multiple times. Actually, just yesterday was the first time I personally seen Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla premiere on the channel, because it used to be like a few days ago it would skip from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2 directly to Destroyer.
Oh, and that's funny because when I first watched Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2 on July 1st, it went right to Godzilla Raids again. And I was like, I ain't mad. I like these movies. So that's crazy.
No.
I only say that because I watched King Ghidorah the other day on the 4th of July, as a matter of fact. Then Mothra started, and I was like, alright, cool. But then as Mothra was going on, I was, busy getting everything together. It's the 4th of July. We do podcasts. I got to get everything together. So I didn't watch the rest. I didn't know. But then yesterday, I saw after Final Wars, Space Godzilla was coming on. I was like, oh, dope. But then you and damn group chat talk about Transformers and Ninja Turtle channels. Just sidetracked everything. Oh, I digress.
Real quick, funny story about this Godzilla Pluto thing. So, it drops. I take the kids fishing, get back from fishing. I was telling you guys earlier I had to rebuild my brother-in-law's PC. Before I started working on it, I went and he lives with parents. So I went in the living room. Nobody's home. I'm like, all right, I'm going to turn on Pluto. All right, I'm going to watch some Godzilla. So I got it playing. Her parents come home. Everyone comes home. I'm working on the computer, like in his room, and I could hear Godzilla. And his parents sat there watching Son of Godzilla. They never changed it. They literally sat there watching it. They were having a great time because their dad's a huge Godzilla fan too.
Yes.
And all I hear from my brother-in-law is, ew, what the fuck is that little turd monster? I'm like, that's Manila. That's the Son of Godzilla. He's like, why does he look like that?
Listen, okay? You should have bursted in there and be like, shut the fuck up. He looks like Gary Coleman, and Gary Coleman is a distinguished individual.
Gary Coleman wasn't even a thing yet. Oh my God.
Sitting there, he's like, why is he so slimy? I'm like, you don't want to know. Just walk away from it.
He just hatched out of an egg. Of course he's going to be slimy.
I know. And I'm busting up laughing so bad. But no, they were having a good time, and I was like, you guys can change it. They're like, hell no. There's a giant spider and ugly baby Godzilla and praying man. We don't know what the fuck's going on. They were loving it.
Wait till you see Godzilla in that movie. You should have told them because he looked like King Kong from King Kong Escapes.
That's the worst Godzilla suit.
Yeah, hands down. That
just out there for all of America to see for free.
But that's crazy.
I don't know if I could.
I love this channel. I do. But we gushed enough about this on the previous podcast.
And we have more than gushed. We have more than gushed. Now I want to talk about the future. I want to talk about this new Godzilla movie, okay?
That's what I was talking about. Wishlist time.
There could be some massive synergy if this Godzilla movie, like after it got its reins in the Japanese theaters, if it like premiered simulcasted at the same time as it drops for digital purchase and Blu-ray, that it premieres on this channel live for free. That would be so dope.
Oh fuck yeah!
It would be, but okay. So you led, but I'm gonna
all right, that makes up for it.
I'm gonna ape off of what you just said. My wish list. This is what I actually want come Tuesday, to be honest with you. This is what I want come Tuesday. What my speculation is what we're gonna get is what I already said. Poster, title, praying for a teaser. But what I want is for Toho to say, yeah, this movie comes out November 3rd, Godzilla's birthday. Not only in Japan, but worldwide due to Fathom events. For a Fathom event, we are distributing Godzilla Zero, quote unquote, we're going to call it that for now. We're going to distribute Godzilla Zero worldwide. We're gonna celebrate Godzilla on his birthday worldwide. Godzilla Day will be an official thing. An official thing. Not just on YouTube where us fans get together and watch Godzilla Day on the 3rd, right? Worldwide. Drop the movie, simulcast, Japan, the States, Canada, Britain, Africa, Spain, France, Germany, I get China, I don't care. Russia, all of it. The North Pole, the South Pole, Santa Claus gets it, I don't care. I want Sasquatch to be able to sit down and watch Godzilla Zero at the same exact time that it drops in Japanese theaters. That's what I wish for. That's my wish list. That's my number one wish list. And I say, why the hell not? Because when you look at the calendar for 2023, November 3rd lands on a Friday. So there's no reason not to. None. Yeah. You give it a week-long run in theaters, and a Fathom event is usually 1 or 2 shows a day. No problem. No problem. I went and like I said, I saw Shin Godzilla twice in the theaters. The first time I had to see it because it was new Godzilla. The second time I had to see it because I was like, did I like this movie? I didn't then. It wasn't until a rewatch at home when I realized, well, it's good. But all I'm saying, both
That's
times,
great.
both times the theater was packed, and I was like, "Oh shit, okay."
That's great for people who have regular access to fandom events. All right, I live in bumfuck middle of nowhere, Montana. I have to go to Washington to go to those kinds of screenings. All right, that's why I would want it simulcasted on the Godzilla channel on Tubi TV, Pluto TV for free.
Andy, we're closer. I get all the Fathom events in Boise. I'm like 4 hours away from you.
Then there's that.
You can stay at my house. I don't give a shit. I have a spare bed.
Oh well, fuck if you're offering.
I almost fucking fuck, dude. We'll go watch the new Godzilla movie together if they do a Fathom event. I don't give a fuck. Let's do it.
That's on my wish
Yeah.
list. That's
Live Godzilla block party. We're all actually together in one room and we just talk about the new Godzilla movie.
Well, we all, like, Ray's, what, 7-8 hours away for a drive. It ain't that far.
hey. All I'm gonna say is, I'm going on vacation that week. It's my birthday week. My wife is going to New York with my daughter that week. Or actually the week after. So I'll be on vacation from, let's say, November 3rd all the way through that next week. So, I mean, I could make arrangements to go meet up if there's a Fathom event happening.
I'm the middleman here, man. I am right here in Boise. I'm between both y'all motherfuckers.
All I'm saying
It's
is...
very true.
Yeah, exactly. All I'm saying is, hell, Chase is right there in Sacramento. That's not a far drive either. All I'm saying is, that's what I want. That's on my wish list. That's number one on my wish list. A simultaneous drop for that movie would make the most sense in my book because, as Toho has stated for the last couple of years, they want to brand Godzilla worldwide more so than it already is. This is the way to do it. Especially if Godzilla Zero means a brand new beginning for a brand new series. You start at zero and get everybody on board. That's what I would do. Not license it out to Sony and give us, Godzilla 2000. Not license it out to New Line Cinema and give us, or New World Pictures, and give us Godzilla 1985. Brand new.
Give it to Roger Corman.
Give it to host. Well, maybe.
New World Cinema is Roger Corman's studio.
I'm just saying, man, that movie made me really want a Dr. Pepper. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man, listen.
I too want a Dr. Pepper.
Listen, I still love that movie, but that's what I want. That's honestly that's what I hope for. That's what I'm wishing for.
It would make sense, like hands down, and I hope they do, because this whole pussyfooting around, Shin Godzilla, we don't know if it's coming to the States. Oh, it's coming as Godzilla Resurgence. Oh, New World Pictures. Oh, no, that was a rumor. And now it's Funimation. And then, at least at my theater, it was botched. Half the subtitles were cut off of the screen. I don't know why.
I kind of get where you're going with, Ray. Like don't Americanize this movie.
Leave it.
Leave it as is. Half of this fucking country are already weebs or secretly weebs. All right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, dude, and they have to do it. Like, let's make Godzilla's birthday, Godzilla Day, the actual fucking thing. Stop pussyfooting around it. Yeah, the YouTube videos are cool, and then you pull them, and then I gotta go find them and download them so I have a piece of fucking Godzilla history. Stop doing that, Toho. Holy shit.
Or make a compilation disc for crying out fucking loud and sell it to the masses. I'll buy it.
Bitch, man. But yeah, it would make sense, and it's the 50th anniversary of Jet, Jaguar, and Megalon, so it's like they could do some Fathom promo. It's like, go see it at your local Fathom and get a stupid Jet, Jaguar, like little and Megalon minifigure, something.
Or see, or like they do in Japan, see the Jet Jaguar 50th anniversary, Megalon 50th anniversary short before the movie. That's what they do in Japan. Remember Hamtaro? Remember Hamtaro came out with, I think, GMK or some shit? I was like, what?
Yeah.
Do that. It's smart because
still
we
do
are...
Hamtaro and Godzilla stuff.
See?
Oh, yeah.
Then they do Shin Chan or whatever his name was for Shin Godzilla.
Shin.
Okay, yeah. But see, do that because now, like, how long has Toho, like, how many years has Toho been doing Godzilla Day now? I know the pandemic fucked it up, but it's been like...
They've been doing it for, I think, like 4 or 5 years now, I think.
Yeah, and being on YouTube, I mean, like, we get on, we see the number count, it's good. This past year, I was like, oh shit, okay. There's a good enough people watching, but they were also outside in Japan now. Like the pandemic, they were like, it's over. Remember, I'll never forget it. I was like, oh my God, there's a fucking bagging suit just chilling in the middle of the street. Like, are you kidding me? It's a suit from the fucking Super Godzilla video game that everybody keeps clamoring for in the middle of the street. And it was gorgeous. It was beautiful. People were walking up to it. It was insane. So, it's a thing. It's a thing. And you want to brand it worldwide, Toho? This is the time you do it. You got everything going for you.
And there's not even just that. Like, when you think about it, Godzilla's birthday is in November, right? And what's right around the corner from November 3rd? Thanksgiving.
Halloween?
Thanksgiving.
Oh, Thanksgiving. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
And we have yet to see Godzilla in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We have seen fucking Pikachu, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Goku in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We have never seen Godzilla.
Mario's gonna show up this year. After that $1 billion haul, you could bet your damn ass Mario and Luigi, they're gonna be floating by and motherfucking Jack Black's gonna be on a fucking float singing Peaches, 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 Peaches. Guaranteed.
And especially, like, do this movie, make it the worldwide drop. Because, in all honesty, after this Godzilla X Kong, I don't know what's going on with the Monsterverse. I have no idea. I know there's that TV series with Godzilla. I don't know.
Wait, do you mean Godzilla and the Titans? Thanks, Gam.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because he did not know about that until I told him.
No clue, zero.
But no, I'm serious. Like, we don't know what's going on with this Monsterverse, right? We don't know how long it's going to go for. If Toho's taken the reins back, Godzilla's known. It's hard pressed now to find someone who doesn't know who Godzilla is. It thanks in part to Legendary, right? So if the Legendary shit's ending, wouldn't you be like, hey, we're the original creators of Godzilla. We've got this movie coming out. We're doing our own thing. We're going to do these Fathom events with every new one coming out. You can go see them in theaters.
Oh my God.
On Godzilla's birthday every fucking year, we'll do, or however long they do Toho's new Monsterverse thing, if they're going to do that. There you go. Godzilla's birthday every year or every other year. You get to go see for a week, 2 weeks long, the new Godzilla movie, and you've got people regularly coming back, paying the money. Oh shit, Godzilla, let's do it. As long as the new movie's good, of course. I mean, yeah, that movie could be a bomb.
Look, the point is,
and maybe give the licensing from Playmates to Hasbro.
Oh my God.
Don't talk like that, please.
Transformers X Godzilla? Transformers X Godzilla? That's what you're telling me? Because I want it now! I want it now! That's another part of my wish list now.
Merchandise based on the Power Rangers Godzilla crossover.
Listen, I don't want Godzilla anywhere near Paramount Pictures. Okay, like Hasbro and Paramount, they're buddy.
What are you talking about? You know,
different.
do you know Pluto TV is owned by?
I know it's owned by Paramount. I know.
Just saying it. Here we are enjoying this shit out of it.
The beginnings are already there.
No, I fucking hate Paramount so much. I love what they do, but I hate them as a company. Where's my new Friday the 13th, Paramount? Where is it?
No, wait, whoa. I thought Platinum Dunes had the rights. Did they lose
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Hold on. The court case just got settled. We gotta be a little patient.
Yeah, the
The
patience.
court case got settled 5 years ago, and then stupid ass Steve Miner or Miller or whoever wrote the damn script was like, no, that's not good enough. I'm taking you back to court. Shit never ends. I'm not gonna go there with Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm just sitting here like, we're done. I guess that's how it ends.
Can't believe we got Jason and Freddy in a Godzilla podcast. I just want to throw that out
it's
there.
great.
It's great.
No,
It is great. It is.
Hey, to be fair, if Godzilla gets bought out by Paramount, we could have Freddy versus Jason versus Godzilla. It won't be that long, but it could be there.
Oh my god. I tell you though, no, actually, I didn't even think that far ahead, JR, in terms of like, if Toho's gonna go and do their own MonsterVerse, we can Fathom event it every year, whatever, because that's, Toho's gonna do that. They're gonna pump out a movie every year, whether it be Godzilla or we got Godzilla here. Here's Mothra. Here's Rodan. Here's Godzilla Part 2. Here's this thing. Here's that thing. To build to a Destroy All Monsters remake.
And maybe get a little creative, like if we get a solo King Ghidorah movie, maybe have it on an alien world for the whole movie.
Bro, honestly, yes. And here's another thing real quick, and I'm going to throw this out there because I read 2 issues today. I didn't even know this was a thing. I'm at work this morning, and I'm perusing my favorite comic book website, and I see this thing called Kong something War something. I don't even remember what it was called. But I was like, what's this? And it was brand new, only 2 issues in. And it was basically a German U-boat off of the coast of Skull Island got attacked by a creature. And the survivors wash up on Skull Island and they have to survive. And I was like, oh shit. And this predates 1933. I think this took place in I think it said 1924, 1917. I don't remember. But it predated 33, right? And I'm like, oh, crap. And then it hit me. I'm like, because I went real quick. I said, wait, who's publishing this? Dynamite Comics. Oh, I know that company. And it hit me. Kong is in the public domain.
Yeah.
Kong is in the public domain.
Yes, he is.
So if Toho wants to say, and guess what? Here's a brand new Kong. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. Now, does the waters get muddy with Legendary and Toho? Maybe. But at the same time, if you can't distinguish if you can't distinguish one from the other, that's on you. That's on you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. And literally, it's the most heinous people when it comes to King Kong is Universal. It's not even Legendary and Toho. It's Universal. This is why Legendary can't call Kong King Kong.
It's happening. I don't give a fuck what they say. Godzilla X Kong, he's because they didn't call him King Kong, but they did say King in Godzilla vs. Kong. Just say it. I get it.
They keep on alluding that, yes, we're trying desperately to call him King Kong, but we legally can't.
I love it when it's like Kong, King of Skull Island. I love things like that, right? But see, there's ways around it. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Oh, shit. You know that? Now that I think about it, fuck. You couldn't make Ryan... Well, no, that was Universal, because that's on Peacock. Never mind. I'm just saying, Dracula Untold and shit, that's public domain too. That doesn't... But Kong isn't public domain. It doesn't make sense that you can't use the term King Kong.
I know.
It's all because of Nintendo, of all people, that you can use just the suffix Kong because of Donkey Kong.
Oh. Yeah.
That would make sense.
That does make sense because I think...
You could thank Nintendo for that, yeah.
Well,
because if there's more than one Kong in the licensing world, you can't strictly license Kong. Now, King, he can't be King Donkey Kong.
Hold up.
So it's the King Kong, but not the Kong.
Hold up.
No, but he's got a Kong. You gotta remember.
No pun intended, but here's a monkey wrench in that argument. 76 Kongs, King Kong. That's De Laurentiis Pictures, not Universal.
That was before.
Yeah, that was Paramount.
Yeah, that was before Universal just straight up bought the rights to the King in King Kong. So I think that's how it would work. So if King Kong together is owned by Universal after the 2005 film, they don't want to give it up.
Ah,
But
gotcha.
Kong,
Makes sense now. Okay.
yeah.
I didn't know when they
Yeah,
bought
so-
it. That's why, because I was like, but King Kong lives. Now I see.
So
I didn't know that.
I'm fairly certain that these days, because of those lawsuits and all of these legal proceedings that have surrounded King Kong throughout his history since 1933, these days I think Toho can get away with just calling him Kong and having their own Toho version to go with
Yeah.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too is I don't know if this goes into it, but it was a rumor. The only real reason, like for instance, Legendary could make a Kong film is rights got figured out, blah blah blah. Can't call him King. Got it. He can't crawl like the 2005 King Kong. He has to walk on 2 legs like every other Kong. That was a rumor I heard.
It still
That
works.
would fall under that shit. So
because of Peter
it's
Jackson.
such petty shit.
So because
Yeah,
of Peter Jackson.
Because of Peter Jackson.
I knew it. I knew why I didn't like that dude. Right after he made Dead Alive, okay, his stock fell. I don't care. Y'all could love Lord of the Rings. Fuck y'all.
Did.
After he made Dead Alive, I kick ass for the Lord. That was it. That was the end of Peter Jackson.
People say he peaked with Lord of the Rings. No, he peaked with Dead Alive.
He peaked with Dead Alive. He did. Although, I can't lie, I really do love watching that 2005 Kong. I do.
Fucking movie, man.
It's good, man.
The CG aged like milk in some scenes. I look at that, I'm like, oh,
Really?
that needs a remaster now.
It's been a while since I watched it. I had made that a Thanksgiving tradition, but I have not followed through on that in about 7 years, to be honest. So it's been a while since I've seen it. Because I've got 76, and honestly, that's my favorite Kong movie. It just is. King Kong movie
Skull
solo.
Islands.
King
Oh,
Kong
King Kong.
solo.
I was gonna say Kong Skull Island. That's
It's man in suit thing.
Viet Cong. Hey, that's all I needed, man. I needed some CCR.
Okay, you know what? That movie's been out since 2017, and I just got that. Yo, I'm dumb. I am super slow. Viet Cong. Oh, that just made my love for that movie go up a little bit. It's still not my favorite MonsterVerse movie.
That's literally the entire purpose of setting Kong Skull Island during that period.
Oh.
Viet Cong.
I'm over here like, is that a monkey? Is that a monkey? I'm loving all that shit. Is that a monkey? Viet Cong. Oh, you know, I'm done. You know
The
what?
entire premise of the movie is a pun.
I
How
don't.
do you feel?
I don't care what comes out July 11th now. I'm shutting the podcast down. I'm shutting the channel down. I am going to put my head in the sand like a fucking ostrich and stay there until November 3rd. No, I'm just kidding. That's not true. That's not true. I'd suffocate and die. Wow, okay. What a stupid idiot I am. That one went shoo right over my head.
Yeah, no, that was good.
But look,
We gotta steer the ship back on track.
yeah, no.
Yeah, steering the ship back on track. Godzilla Zero. I have some hopes for the plot. All right. I hope Toho does this right. We're starting in the 1940s. All right. Please save the overly sci-fi technology for much later down the line. Don't pop the sci-fi cherry by the fourth movie, MonsterVerse.
I don't want them to I want them to straight remake the motherfucking Showa era with none of the fucking futuristic technology. I want period peace with these goddamn monsters.
You got to remember what the Showa era did. The Showa era
it got
was
campier by the
no,
end.
not even the camp.
The Showa era popped the alien invasion sci-fi cherry by the fifth movie, being Ghidorah the three-headed monster.
Yeah.
What year does Godzilla? Oh, not Godzilla. What year does Destroy All Monsters take place?
1999.
1999. That movie was made like 1966?
68.
68.
Yes.
Fucking almost 21 years, all right? This shit got a long time to go. So back then, all that shit is possible. Fucking the fucking whatever they called that shit. What was the shit? I was just watching it the other day.
Moonlight SY3.
Yeah.
That's what it was called? I thought they had like a suffix. I thought it was like a better name. It was like the Atlantis.
Moonlight SY3, what's wrong? No,
Yeah.
they say it like 9,000 times the dub.
You know
Drives
what's
me insane.
You know, it's funny. The other night, I put the channel on to go to bed, and Destroy All Monsters is on, and I'm watching it, and I'm saying to myself, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I was like totally fucking lost with this movie, because last time I saw the movie, I was like, yo, I don't really think I like this movie. And then I'm watching this the other day, and I'm like, wow, I don't remember that. That's dope. I don't remember that. That's dope. I don't remember Anguirus coming out and attacking people. I was like, I don't remember this. I was like, what the? Where was I? So, but
That's why it's my third favorite Godzilla movie for a reason. I love that fucking movie.
so
We need to earn that Destroy All Monsters.
I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Rush towards it.
I agree
Well,
with that.
And Toho, and that's the other thing. To license out the monsters to Legendary, each one comes with a price tag. Like Michael Doherty was saying. Like everyone's been fucking saying. Each one comes with a price tag.
IDW's been saying that since 2011.
Yeah. Fine. Honestly, fuck you for that, Toho, first of all. You're just wasting your potential there. Fine. Do something with it then. Use the fucking monsters. I haven't seen Anguirus since, well, Singular Point. But Hedra, where the
Yeah.
hell's Hedra? Megalon.
Megalon's in
Megalon
Singular Point.
has-
He's in Singular Point.
Yeah, but I mean Megalon proper.
Right.
Megalon proper. Titanosaurus. Why does I know he's annoying as shit, but come on.
He's in Singular
gotta
Point.
Get his day.
He's in Singular Point.
Like he was in Titanosaurus was in Singular Point.
He was like,
Godzilla Aquatilus.
yep.
Oh,
Yep.
I mean proper. Damn it. But that's what I mean. Like the monsters proper.
Yo, wait, hold
That
up.
Proper incarnation.
Gam, we're totally chatting him right now.
I know. Listen, okay? I mean, like, proper, it's actually fucking them, not some random form of Godzilla.
I agree with that. I
So
missed
weird.
You want the actual monsters and not just simple wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. Yeah, and-
References to the
And
monsters.
obviously, fucking Legendary wants to do this shit, and Toho's like, yeah, give me like $250,000 and you can. Well,
This is why everybody says, even though that's clearly Anguirus during the explosion in King of the Monsters, that's legally not Anguirus.
yeah.
Oh, that's
And it
Anguirus. What are you
drives-
talking about? That's totally Anguirus.
Legally, that's not Anguirus.
Legally, no, because it's not him.
It's
just bones.
no,
Yeah, it's just
no.
a skeleton of a random monster.
Bullshit. No, bullshit. You know what it is? It's Anguilas. Not Anguiras. It's Anguilas. You gotta roll the L there. You gotta roll the L there. It's Anguilas.
It's Anzilla.
And so, but no, like
One of Anguirus' old names.
I would love to see Toho do something with these monsters proper. Because again, like obviously Legendary wants to but can't, because it's like, yeah, that's like a quarter of our budget for every monster. Go fuck yourself. And I would be the same way. I'm like, fine, I'll make my own monsters. Bye. So do something then, Toho. Come on.
What?
Come on.
What?
Like, Singular Point was great. We got the references, but I want to see Titanosaurus proper, Megalon proper, Jet Jaguar proper, all in the same movie for absolutely no reason, doing handstands in rubber suits. Like, just do something with something's better than fucking nothing, and you're doing nothing, and you're asking money for nothing. You are asking money for nothing because you won't do shit with them. That's not fair. Fucking Toho, man. And if I see King Ghidorah one more goddamn time,
Like, literally, the only reason that Mechagodzilla was in Godzilla vs. Kong was because Warner Brothers already bought the rights to Mechagodzilla for Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Good Lord, have mercy! I'm today years old. That's a lie. That's just the internet rumor, fake news. But it makes all the sense in the world.
Come on, the timing though.
No,
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, when did Ready Player One came out? That came out what, 2017?
It came out like literally a year before Godzilla vs. Kong. It came out in 2019.
No, it did.
I think.
No.
It can't.
No.
I thought it was 20. Let me look it up because I just watched it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think Ready Player One came out a little before that. 2018?
Hold on.
I think it was before King of the Monsters. I think it was before King of the Monsters.
2018, yeah, it came out 2018. A year before King of the Monsters, but you are right, that makes sense that they already had the rights to use Mechagodzilla, so fuck it, Toho can't say shit.
They had to
And
because
now-
that was a big deal in that book. It was a big deal in
and
that book.
now you're at the point, like with this new movie, it's like they could have let that license lapse because it's like, oh, we forced our Mechagodzilla in.
Not unless
We're
they
making
make
another monkey.
Not unless they make Mechagodzilla 2. I'm just saying.
Holy sh-
I've seen it twice
It's gonna
already.
be-
Seen it twice.
Dude, it's gotta be Mechani Kong. Come on, man. Like
I
he's
hope not.
gonna
Oh
be
God, no! Please, no! Please,
Punching
no!
boulders and shit.
No!
If they put Mechanicong in the Monsterverse, I'm gonna lose it.
No!
I'm
It
gonna
can't.
walk out. I'm gonna walk out if I see another fucking spaceship.
Well, what in the MonsterVerse?
Yeah, I'm tired of that weird shit.
There's not. I haven't seen not one
but, like,
spaceship.
they're already in there. That cherry has been popped. Now we have
I
to
know.
expect that futuristic technology.
Where have we seen spaceships in the Legendary Universe?
Those Hollow Earth gravity vehicles.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
You're
The
not.
Heaves.
Wait. That wasn't a spaceship. That was a fucking Hollow of Gravity. That's not a spaceship. A spaceship is that fucking thing in King of the Monsters. The Argo. That's a spaceship.
Oh, that can't go to space.
That's
just an SR-71 Blackbird that defies the square cube law.
bullshit.
Yeah.
That's a TRB-3. Is what it is. It's a spaceship backwards. That was backwards engineered UFO technology that the government had, and King Ghidorah, as they mentioned, is not from Earth terrestrial.
Wrong. They got a hold of the guys from Fast and the Furious 9 to make a spaceship. They put cars into space. They did it with this.
They did it with the power of family.
It makes sense because they all felt like they were family in that movie.
They were a family. That's like my biggest want, especially like if this is gonna be a solo Godzilla movie. I'm all about that. Like we haven't had a solo Godzilla movie like since Shin Godzilla, so that'll be nice. But I do really want. I want to see Anguirus proper. You know, I know he's in Singular Point. He did a lot, but I want him and Godzilla to be friends again and go fight shit like Batman and Robin. Just. Villain of the week shit. I don't know.
You realize they only did that like once.
Yeah, true. But
What,
still,
Gigan?
Yeah, I want to see it again. You know, I want to see Kumanga proper and Kamakuris proper. You know, that's what I want because we have too many
Final
of these
Wars.
monsters.
Final Wars. Both in there.
That was in 2004, though, man.
That's
like,
still-
we're in
That was 20
2023.
years ago.
Yeah, next year it's 20 years ago.
Still, it's recent. It's in your lifetime, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, true. But how badass would it be to just be like, oh shit, Kumanga's in a new movie, a new Godzilla movie. That's cool.
Well, I mean, like Skull Island kind of did Kumanga, sort of, kind of.
That was a cannibal Holocaust reference.
Wow,
Those-
it was a giant spider, bro. What are you talking about?
yeah, but then I saw that. I'm like, hey, I've seen this movie before. It doesn't end well for the film crew.
That was one scene, one death. It was over, and Mechagodzilla is laying waste to King Caesar and Godzilla. I love this movie. I only love the end. to be
I know,
honest.
right?
But no, I mean, look, I agree. I'm with both of y'all. Whatever Toho has got planned, and I honestly believe that it's a new MonsterVerse. Their new MonsterVerse going forward. Toho needs to. They need to put Godzilla back in back in the limelight, because I know how y'all feel about Godzilla vs. Kong. I love that movie. Y'all know that. Like, y'all can't tell me different. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Because that shows Godzilla being the legit king of the monsters, right? I'm saying. You got the win. That's all I needed to see. But going forward, where do we go with Legendary? The MonsterVerse show, Godzilla and the Titans. How many times could you use Godzilla, in all honesty? Like, shit, you must be paying Toho out the ass just for having Godzilla in the title of the show. Let alone showing him in the show. You know? So it's like, what are we going to get from that? And again, how long does the MonsterVerse go after this? Because honestly, I thought Godzilla vs. Kong was going to be the end of it. I honestly did. I thought that was it. What else are we going to do? But they got the whole of Oliver.
The MonsterVerse isn't exactly the MCU.
Exactly.
Both financially and quality-wise.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think we're at that point where it's like, now we're in the milking territory, because when you tease another monkey, that's when I start to be like, yeah, another monkey.
Yeah,
Thanks,
how much share does Godzilla have in this King Kong and Godzilla shared universe? Because it seems more swayed towards Kong now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And that's the thing. So, like, even if you want Godzilla to go away, which you could absolutely do without killing him, because, you know, that's one of my biggest pet peeves with movies. Let's take legendary characters.
Oh, no,
and I'm not talking about legendary.
Do it like how Marvel did when they did their Godzilla comic books. Just have Godzilla style on everybody, go into the ocean, and never be seen again.
That's why.
That's okay.
That's why I felt Godzilla vs. Kong was a perfect send-off. Goodbye, Godzilla. Adios, muchachos. Thank you for everything you've done. At the end of that movie, you hear Godzilla do his bellow. And I said, that's it. That's all I need. That's all I need. Thank you. We win. As Godzilla fans, that's just me. But Toho, on the other hand, this is your creation. Now, you got to remember, too, at this point in time, everybody who created Godzilla back in 54 are long gone, unfortunately. So we got a new generation to hold the reins. I mean, yeah.
I think Miko's actress is still alive.
No, I'm talking about the creators. I'm not talking about the people starring in the movies.
Yeah, like Hishiro Honda was
Right.
the director, and
Yeah.
Eiji Tsuburaya.
They're all gone. Yes.
Yeah. So whoever's in charge now, obviously, has got to be looking at today's climate, not politically, but just the wants and needs.
Shogo Tomiyama is still the one in charge, and he's been in charge ever since not Eiji Tsuburaya. Tomoyuki Tanaka stepped down. He is when Shogo Tomiyama took over.
So how long was that? Was that during the Showa series, the Millennium, the Heisei? It's got to be Heisei.
That was during the Heisei series.
I can see that. I can
in the
see
90s.
I can see somebody from the Heisei series still rocking and rolling. I can totally see that. But I'm talking about the creators, the originators. They're all gone. So if you want to, again, if this is Godzilla Zero, we start a brand new timeline from here. 54 is not in this timeline. None of it. We disregard it all and go from scratch. And it's crazy because it is a new beginning for Godzilla. You know? Every single movie from 54 on had some sort of connection. Whether it was not directly to 54, but there was some sort of connection. 54 raids again when it starts. Oh, it's a different Godzilla. Fine, I love it. Give it to me. Buried in ice, released from an iceberg in King Kong versus Godzilla. Gets, whatever, trapped underwater, they're just stuck in the freaking land, whatever. Typhoon comes the next movie. Godzilla is underground, basically buried, right? Comes back out. Whether you want to say it's Typhoon or not, I always like to look at it as Kong buried Godzilla under the water, into the landmass, whatever the case may be, right? And then he pops out. And it just, from that point on, then it becomes Godzilla, not a, like, an anti-hero and then hero, right? Because after Destroy All Monsters, if you really pay attention, that's the final Godzilla movie for the Showa era.
Yeah.
But Toho was like, yeah, you know what? Let's make a couple more bucks. Let's milk it, as JR was just miming. Let's milk it. So then we get Bano, Yoshimita Bano's Smog Monster. Holy crap. Godzilla's back, baby. Crazy ass movie, right? Then we get Gigan. Then we get Megalon, and then we get Mechagodzilla, which is on right now, and then Terra Mechagodzilla.
I love how we just skipped Godzilla's Revenge.
That came after. Oh shit, it did. But see, yes, and you know what? As much as I used to hate that movie, when I watched that shit subtitled, I was like, that's not the movie I remember at all. This is a dark movie. This is not. I mean, it's still a kids movie, but holy crap! And then you got to remember how the Japanese culture is with their children. I mean, there's a whole show on Netflix showing 4-year-old kids going to the market by themselves. It's crazy.
Yeah, it literally was a movie reflecting how children were during the Industrial Revolution in Japan.
And it's still like that, which is crazy. So, yeah, I forgot. But that's a compilation movie, That's like Godzilla's greatest hits. It really is.
I've got another thing that's been kind of irking me about this. Is anyone afraid of rehash?
In what terms?
Like in what way?
So we just have the MonsterVerse, we did the MonsterVerse, and then Toho is doing their own thing.
Yeah.
What I'm personally afraid of is Toho, Shin Godzilla, obviously successful. And there's inspiration in the anime trilogy and in Singular Point of Shin Godzilla. Is anyone a little afraid that rehash or that obsession with Shin Godzilla is going to carry over into this new Godzilla movie? No one, you're not worried about it?
Not at all.
For the first time ever, I'm going to say I hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's me. I am actually genuinely fucking worried because it seems like, especially with the anime stuff, it's all there. The Shin Godzilla references, all of it. I mean, Godzilla Ultima is literally Shin Godzilla, just a better design and more powerful. You know what I mean?
It's more Godzilla than Shin Godzilla is, because Shin Godzilla is more Zilla.
But hey, I'm just saying. But I'm like,
Dude,
and the
Singular Point is the perfection of the Shin Godzilla concept. I've always said.
Absolutely.
But that's what I'm concerned about, because obviously, Shin Godzilla is fucking successful there. The audiences love it. They're still making Shin Godzilla figures for some reason, especially the fucking Megazord made up of Shin Ultraman, the Eva unit, Shin Godzilla.
I saw that, I want it really bad just for the meme's sake.
Dude, but that price tag, I was like $350 for everything I hate. Sweet.
That's why I'm not buying it.
Yeah. But no, that's genuinely one of the biggest things that has me a little concerned right now is, are they just going to do like Shin Godzilla, but in the 1940s?
No.
Something like that.
Cannot see it. Nope.
I hope not. I hope that it's a far more traditional Godzilla. I'm even hoping that they go all the way with this period piece leaning in, and the movie's straight up just in black and white.
Oh, I would love
that. They do that. Oh my God, brilliance all over the place.
Oh, I would love it. I can't see the Shin Godzilla thing because it leans kind of into what y'all were talking about, what you didn't want to see before, and that's the technology thing. It's not about technology. It's about how ridiculous something from the fucking 40s would be to blast lasers out of its spine and tail. Like, it's ridiculous.
It would be ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It doesn't fit.
And that's what I'm sitting here and hoping they don't do something like that. Or just rehash, you know?
Yeah, because here's the deal. With something like, I'm sorry to cut you off, JL, but
No,
with
you're
something
good.
like that, here's the deal. If something like that was to appear in the 40s, if Shin Godzilla popped up in 1940, well, guess what? There's no more fucking movies to be made because it decimates the Earth in its entirety. So then what do we do? What do we do?
Yeah, you gotta rein that back and make Godzilla as powerful as it's very difficult to defeat him, but it's not impossible where you are technologically at that time.
Which is why Mothra vs. Godzilla is still one of the greatest Godzilla movies ever made because, yo, we saw him get defeated from another kaiju. King Kong vs. Godzilla, it was underwater. We didn't see what happened. You could still say King Kong ran away. All because of a line in the American dub version of Godzilla's Revenge where Minya tells the little kid, Godzilla's strongest under the water. I mean, that's how I always took it.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, like, yeah, no, I agree 100%, Game Yam. He's powerful, but not infallible.
Yeah. And I'm just worried about rehash, you know, because that was one thing I brought up. It was a few months back when we did a podcast. Like Godzilla fatigue. Like how much Godzilla's too much. I love Godzilla. I love fuck these up tattooed on my arm. I don't have to fucking go into how much I love Godzilla, but I do get tired of it sometimes. And sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch some Star Trek for a little while. You know what I mean? And that's where another like worry I have because we have the MonsterVerse, whatever's going on there. Godzilla TV show, Toho, Godzilla movies. Too much shit in my face.
And
That's why I
yet
don't watch
we
Star
still
Wars or
haven't
Marvel.
gotten, and yet we still haven't gotten a new video game since 2016.
Yeah, what the fuck's up with that? Like, pipe works, get up your ass.
Remaster time. All right, listen, I want to wrap this up in a couple, but I want to say real quick. Here's a theory, okay? Purely speculation, a theory, something I would like to see. Could you imagine this? The collaboration, okay? Toho does their Godzilla Zero. It kicks off a brand new MonsterVerse for Toho. But they create new things where Legendary can pick up somewhere down the line and create a brand new cohesive, coexisting MonsterVerse. Not unlike what we saw in the last live-action Spider-Man movie, where Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield came into Tom Holland's world. I don't want any kind of rifts in space and time, but something has been dormant for so long. I mean, the beauty of the Legendary series is that there's always been these titans, you know what I mean? They've always been there.
But,
we haven't.
But if we do that, Toho would have to severely limit the design of this Zero Godzilla in order to make it cohesive with the MonsterVerse. They pretty much have to, at the very bare minimum, make him look like 2014 Godzilla.
I'm not talking about Godzilla. I'm just talking about in general. Like they could create a brand new monster in the Toho verse that can pop up in same design, Legendary.
Okay.
Kind of like what they did with Zilla. It's there. Let's use it. Godzilla Final Wars. Perfect.
It's gonna be bagging.
It's gotta be, right? Could you imagine?
I swear to God,
Could
it's
you imagine?
fucking bagging.
I'm telling you, like, listen, when IDW got the reins to Godzilla, right? And they were making comics. Oh, wait, hold up, time out, holy shit. When did the Smog Monster pop up on my TV? There it is.
Hey, I got it on right now.
Sweet. Yeah. When IDW came, got the license to Godzilla and was doing their comics at the very beginning, I was like, oh my God, this is exactly the platform I needed. Because way before that, I had these ideas for Godzilla movies. And I was like, it'll never get done because of Toho, right? Like, honestly. As a fan, and I'm pretty sure everybody in the fandom has thought of their own idea for Godzilla. But I started thinking, but I started thinking in terms of, okay, breaking down the series. How about we do something, this is crazy, and we do a legacy series, right? And the first one will be a continuation of the Showa series, like a definitive end. Yes, you can say Destroy All Monsters is the definitive end, but let's give it a definitive end, right? Like, things like that. The Heisei movies. Yo, you can't show me Junior at the end of Destroyer and not continue that. Like, that always bothered me. As a big, big
they
fan.
finally did.
Kind of, sort of. I still don't buy that Gigan Rex. I don't. I love it, but that ain't Junior. It's not. It could be, but it's not. Just because of visual representation, it don't mean shit to me personally.
I'm pretty sure the creator said it was Junior.
I don't believe that. I didn't hear him say that. Don't link it to me. Don't link it to me.
Don't look that up.
No, don't link it to me. No, because then you destroy the illusion. No. But no, my thing was, like, to continue the Junior saga, I had, in my head, I planned the trilogy. Starting with Megalon. Because that was the first VHS tape I owned. I said that on the last podcast. I love that movie. Remake Megalon. I had this whole plot. How you can do it. It makes all the sense in the world. Then go to Gigan. Perfect. Going backwards. And then the last one, it was going to be a kind of an amalgamation of everything that came before. You're going to have Emi Kano come back. There is something we need this Godzilla for in the future because we can't stop them.
Godzilla Back to the Future.
Godzilla Back to the Future, exactly. And I was going to take Zilla, oh my God. I was going to take Junior and put him into the future where you see all the millennial Godzillas. There's more than one. And they're destroying everything. So you had Junior, and then you had Junior from that era, who was destroyed and turned into a cyborg. So it was that's how I was going. I had this whole fucking plan. I don't know where I was going. I was on a tangent. I lost it, but that was my train of thought. All I'm saying is IDW had the way in. Toho can do whatever they want right now. They can create. Yeah. They can create for Legendary if they wanted to. Literally, and say, yo, but this is the design. You don't even have to change it. You don't have to do... You could do Godzilla Zero, right? And then the next movie could take place 25 years later. Godzilla could go into hibernation. That's one of the best things about Godzilla. Especially the Millennial series. They touted that. There's 54. And then Godzilla went away. Then he came back. Then he went away again. I mean, fuck. The intro to Megaguirus is exactly that. The intro to Megaguirus is exactly that. Godzilla was coming around every 15 years. Oh, shit, y'all created some new form of energy? Let me go eat that real quick. I'm going back to sleep. Peace. It's perfect. Toho can now do that with monsters. Brand new monsters. Created so that whenever Legendary wanted to get a piece of that pie again, hey, you can use this guy. It's just a theory. It's not really on my wish list, but it's something I like.
If it's going to be a conjoined universe, actually build it the universe, right? I said this earlier. If any kaiju come from space, I want them to have a solo movie in space where at the end they go to Earth.
You want King Ghidorah to destroy the Martian civilization and have that be the movie.
Yes.
Like, that's brilliant. They should do it. I'm on board with that.
Oh, we could get futuristic weapons there.
How powerful he is.
We could get futuristic weapons there.
Yeah, that's where you could do your future shit. That's
where you can have your sci-fi weapons. That would work. Yep. Have solo movies where you show how powerful King Ghidorah is. If you gotta have King Ghidorah, Because they're going to lean on King Ghidorah. That's why fucking Kaneko couldn't have Godzilla and Garrison Baran. All right.
Yeah, like you show, like for instance, Frankenstein's monster getting built. Yeah, I'm fucking going there because I love Frankenstein Conquers the World.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm going. I want
Frankenstein
that
back to
shit.
Toho.
I want, like, if you're gonna do the Gargantuas, I want to see them created from the cells of Frankenstein's monster. I want this shit. Like, let's do it. Do it right. Legendary, by Godzilla vs. Kong. That's where I was like, they rushed Mechagodzilla. That's the first time I ever said something felt rushed in the Monsterverse.
Because Lord knows Universal's not doing anything with Frankenstein anymore after the Dark Universe flopped on its face.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
The Mummy.
Well,
terrible.
technically, anyone can make a Frankenstein's monster, if I'm correct.
You can,
can't be the monster. It's got to be called something else. Something weird.
Yeah, and you can't really make it look like Boris Karloff.
Yeah, no. And that was the thing. The design of Frankenstein's monster in Frankenstein Conquers the World was brilliant.
Brilliant.
And can we somehow resurrect Nick Adams to have him in this new series? Because seriously, like, Nick Adams is one of my favorite actors from the old days.
So in my Godzilla Legends Showa series, Glenn's daughter was, as terrible as this sounds, her name was Glenda. But she was, taken after her father. She was an astronaut and all that shit. Yeah, so please, something. Do something.
Let's do it. So that's like the biggest thing with this. Like, there's so much potential Toho has right now. So much. And I would really hate for it to be squandered with another Shin Godzilla.
Well, luckily we won't get to that. So, last thoughts, Gam Z1. You got everything you needed to get out?
Basically almost everything. I want something to come out of this. We've only got a singular logo where it kind of looks like Godzilla's tail is making a G and a 0 if you look at it funnily enough. And that's it. I want something, and I want substance for this world of Godzilla that Toho keeps on hyping up, and we have seen almost nothing of. I just want something.
Gotcha. JR, same question.
And they've been teasing it for years. And if you remember, there was that picture that was shared in the group chat ages ago, and it was all the different slots for Godzilla films. We were like, what's going on there? There's no legendary movies. Is Toho making new movies? Toho announced they're making a new movie. They're doing the countdown, the potential, everything we talked about there. At the end of the day, like, I want the movie to be good. I want to love it. The last thing I loved from Toho was Singular Point, and that's like the only thing I've loved from Toho since, 2004. So I want to love Toho. Make Toho Godzilla great again. There.
Yeah.
I'm sticking a Toho flag right here. It's gonna be the hat. It's gonna be fucking red or black or whatever, and I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna be like this. We're gonna make Toho Godzilla great again. We're gonna do it.
It's going to be very bigly.
He's gonna be big. Listen, we're
God.
gonna build a statue next to the wall of Godzilla. Listen,
It's going
to be great.
It's going
great.
to be
Huge. It's gonna be the biggest. Listen.
I'm not even going to touch that one. I'm going to stay away from that shit. I'm going to stay away. I'm going to stay away. I'm in agreement with both of y'all. I want something. July 11th is right around the corner. It is less than a week away. It's a couple of days away. And poster, definite title, pretty please, trailer. I just want to see what Godzilla looks like. I want to hear its roar. Please, you know what? I forgot one thing on my wish list. I'm going to put it right here. Bring back the 84, 89 roar. Bring it back. Pretty please. That is the greatest Godzilla roar of all time. please bring that Raw back. I know why y'all stopped it. For the children in Mothra, screw that shit. Bring it back. Bring it back. But that'll do it for this episode of the Godzilla Block Party. I'm glad we got through it. Gams, thank you, sir.
Thank you. And before I go, you said this earlier. I have the very, very fine need to correct you. They wouldn't be millennials since they came out in the 2000s. Those movies would technically be Zoomers.
Oh God, I hate you, JR. Thank you so much for joining us.
Fucking sour note to end that shit on. Holy fuck.
What a disgusting
now.
way. I am.
I'm gonna go vomit.
Yeah, what a way to bring it down. Bring it
I'm
down,
depressed.
big man. Bring it down. That'll do it for this episode of the Godzilla Block Party. I am G1, and we are out of here. Peace.